Okay, it's time to go on to the next lesson in learning how to play chess, and that is notation. You need to be able to read it, and in tournaments, it would be helpful for you to be able to record it on a piece of paper so you can be able to capture it. Now, the thing is, there have been two different types. There is descriptive, and that was a type of notation taken up through the 1970s. And then there's another style, which is the algebraic. First, I'm going to cover the descriptive. So let's say we're playing out the first few moves of the Roy Lopez. The Roy Lopez is an opening, probably one of the more famous openings out there. And so what will happen is you see that we have the king is situated here, and so everything from this point over is to the king side, and everything from this point over is to the queen side. And the way in the old days we would do it, this is for the descriptive, you would have a numbering system of 1 through 8, and then for black they would also have from their side 1 through 8. So if I was playing the Roy Lopez, the first few moves, it would be pawn to king 4, and then black would counter with, on their side, pawn to king 4, and then white would counter with knight to kings, bishop 3, and then black would counter with knight to queens, bishop 3, and then you would play the next move out, bishop to knight 5, counting out 1 through 8. Okay, so now that is descriptive. And so now let's look and see how it would be with algebraic. So again, for descriptive, 1 through 8, and this would be the king side, this would be the queen side as we're describing things. All right, so now we're going to go and we're going to try algebraic, and that's going to be slightly different. So now if you look here, you'll see A through H and 1 through 8. And on algebraic, the person playing the white pieces would have the 1 starting on their side of the board and extending 8. So in the algebraic, it would be E4. We would not say P for pawn, but we would just describe the square they're moving to, and it would counter with E5, because you can see here we're lining up with the 5, and it's on the E file. All right, and then white would counter with N, F3, so knight, N, F3, 1, 2, 3, and then black would counter with N, C, 6. And then finally we would remain to show B to B5. And that just gives you a description of how with the descriptive and the algebraic methods of notation. Why is that important? Because you want to be able to read chess books, and chess books have notation. And so you want to look for, as a beginning player, some chess books that would explain the ways to take notation or to read and understand notation, and then it's going to be able to make more sense to you. So look for a beginner chess book that's going to be able to cover those topics. You can also check on YouTube videos and just Google how to understand chess notation, and you can just check a couple of videos to help you on that if you don't want to go out and spend the money. But that's in a nutshell the logic there. The books generally will do a pretty good job of taking you through, which is why I say a beginning chess book. Now this one here was produced in 1973. That's the publication on it, or the printing. This one here was done in 1993, and so this one is in the new style, current style, which is the algebraic notation, and this one is in the descriptive. Now the descriptive is fallen out of favor because the newer players like to like to stay with the newer notation, but you can find some great bargains if you're willing to understand both of the notation methods. And I do understand both of them, and so I'm able to save money purchasing the older copies that the players who've only learned the more current algebraic notations don't want to bother with. So there's some ideas of keeping your costs low if you're willing to learn both methods of notation. Good luck.